I was told that he was let out of, I was told that the car was brought to a complete stop and he was let out. Then I was told the car may have been going 25 miles an hour when he was let out. 25 miles an hour, you can't do 25 in the school zone, but you stopped and let him out at 25 miles an hour. The math ain't mathing. I just say 2 + 2 need to equal 4. Whatever happened, even if you didn't do something to him, you responsible because we left him in your hands. You was with him.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. And tonight I'm going to be going over a topic that was submitted by one of the night owls. We're going to be talking about a guy by the name of Tyrone Davis, who is known on social media as Stepdaddy Dro. Apparently, he and his wife went on a Christmas getaway. It was them two basically on this romantic getaway, and the wife came back and the husband did not. Now, according to reports online, it states that Tyrone Davis, known as Stepdaddy Dro, is the subject of an ongoing police investigation following an incident where he died from blunt force trauma, allegedly after an altercation with his girlfriend involving a bottle and being pushed from a moving vehicle after a Christmas trip. Authorities haven't confirmed full details, but the case is active, with families seeking answers and online posts circulating about the tragic event. Now, I snagged that from Google AI, and basically what Google AI does is kind of scan all the chatter online and everything that people are saying and kind of summarizes it for us. Whether or not the police have said that there was an active investigation, I have not been able to see or confirm. Google AI and myself are just basically going off of what people are saying on social media. Most of what I've seen reported in that Google AI overview, it seemed like it came from an online rant that his aunt did, venting about the situation.
It's a real thin line. So for one, if he told you to let him out the car and your message was you pulled on the side of the road and let him out the car and you pulled off and left my nephew in Gainesville, somewhere you and him the only ones there, no family, no people, no nothing. You left my nephew and you said you drove up to a gas station 5 minutes to wait. Maybe he needed to cool off.
We're going to get into her full rant in a second, but I just wanted to show you just a snippet of her going off and going into the different scenarios. Again, I'm going to show the full thing a little bit later, but I just say that to say there has not been a official police statement that says that he was hit with a bottle. It didn't say like what caused it. It was just basically the aunt going off saying, you know, well, you said this and there was a contradiction here, blah, 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 etc. Okay. So with that being said, let me show you guys some of the posts or some of the videos of the last time we saw this couple together and kind of what it was given. So let me pull up some of their videos. All right, so in a post that both of them were tagged in, it says Tiny Cabin Christmas, and it appears that the comments have been turned off. Now, I'm not sure if the comments were turned off by the wife, but it's kind of suspicious that the comments are off on his post and hers as well, but I'm just going to assume she turned them off. What I also found interesting was on both his social media platforms, Instagram and TikTok, he advertises his YouTube page, Stepdaddy Dro, and even on his TikTok, he has clips from his YouTube page. But when I was looking into this story, his page no longer exists. I don't know what that's about, but when I was also combing through comments under social media, people said that they were watching his YouTube channel and going along the ride of this cabin trip. Now, I wasn't able to go see those videos in depth, only the ones that I'm going to share with you on Instagram, but I thought that was a big, interesting. I don't know, but let's continue. So it was pictures that was shared of them in this cabin and enjoying their Christmas getaway. You see them in matching silk pajamas, looking at each other in bliss, in doing a whole photo shoot and showing off their time together. In another post posted on social media, it shows that with red sticky notes, the words, "I love you, Lou," was posted on it. And it shows that they were kind of like camping out and how they kind of spent their time together.
I did it with sticky notes. You had to stop. You like, I know that's not what I see.
I saw it, you know, I caught something, you doing something earlier.
You like,
How it really comes to life.
it's a bit. I love her creative.
My truck.
For real. It's super creative. Super creative.
I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, she's not coming yet. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. I was stabbing by a wifey who she put her shit over. She like, what's going on? She like, I like that. I like that. I love you.
I love you too.
Man, I love you. You my everything.
Oh my God. Love, I love you, Lou.
Yeah, so I can close the door.
I love you,
Take your time.
All right, so that's him showing the heart. They got the hen dog.
Merry Christmas, baby. So it's for the go down right now. So look, so this how this going, baby. For to explain the game to you. So we for the roll the dice today. I know you like gambling. I know you like playing it. You feel what I'm saying? The people casino.
And it's crazy because I don't even, the games that I play, I never use dice. And mind you,
Ever.
except for craps when I just started learning that. But so this make it even more fun because I never roll
Dice. Okay. So this how this for the go. So we're gonna roll the dice, right?
Black Santa.
You feel what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Heavy on the black stuff. I'll get distracted, but it's okay. Man, let's cheers to that. Cheers to 100 more years together. All right, so boom, this how the game finna go. So we finna roll the dice, and whatever. So we finna roll the dice, right? And whatever it landed on, see it's 4. You got to pick up a number 4 box. You get what I'm saying? Easy. I just want to vibe and slip it.
Let's see. Come on, Lou. What you trying to do?
Ooh, number 5, we live. Okay, so boom. 5 right there and 5 right there. It's on you, however you want, whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna take this 5.
Okay, 5, we live. Let's see what the gift feel. Ooh, you slid that bitch. You slid that bitch. You do. That's exactly why I got that. That's how you stepping on right out the gate. That's crazy. Exactly. Lou trying to do what she do. All right.
All right, so he has some music playing on his video, and I don't know if it's going to copyright or not. So I'll just explain the game. So basically, he set up a game where he got these gift boxes. He put 2 ribbons, 3 ribbons, 4 sticker ribbons on there. And whatever they roll on the dice, she picks and she chooses one of the boxes, and underneath it, it has a gift. Okay, so that's kind of what this video or the game that they're playing.
All right, so I just won the Chipotle card. Baby, you up next. Let's see. But you didn't really eat Chipotle like that, so it's like, yeah. Okay, come on, what you gonna do? 4. Okay, pick 4.
What they know. Okay, green machine.
Okay.
4 and 4. Oh, this not even supposed to be like that though. But it's all good. I want to stop.
Talking. Ooh, it's your favorite color.
Definitely blue.
But if he set the game up, wouldn't he know exactly which is under which? I guess not.
You know, Lou, what they do.
Got the steak on. We got the potatoes. Got the corn. Everything looks amazing, baby. Baby out here in his briefs.
Lou.
You cooking the medium? How you cooking it?
Medium well.
You can cook mine's medium.
Say less.
3.
You got the pea, piss and pussy, Lou.
Exactly. Oh, 6! So I get the last one.
You get the last one.
Okay.
Let me see what you got. Let me see. Show them what I got.
Okay. Why you keep getting all the money?
I got the bag.
You cheating.
Is that $15? Okay, I don't know. Or
I ain't gonna lie, you slid, baby.
Don't hide it.
Bitch, shit, who hide what?
No, I'm saying you stand in front of it. That's what I'm telling you.
You did your thing. I ain't lying.
Thank you, baby.
I got you. I got a gift. I got nature. What more can I ask for?
Right.
Me and Lou, this is what we do. We gonna gift for gift.
Exactly. This is crazy, though.
I love you,
This
girl.
is crazy.
I love you. Babe, I love you.
You are everything.
And we gonna roll the dice today. I just come up with stuff and it just hit me and I do it. I ain't lying. You love me, baby. We both win
You
gifts.
gotta get some good shit.
Number two, what they do.
Okay, the last number 2.
You right on my trail. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Don't put
It
ass.
better not be another prank.
Tootsie Roll. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Ooh, that Tootsie Roll to the left.
My ankle twisting it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that was them on their Christmas getaway. And after this, there's something basically happened to where he ended up losing his life. One of his family members would take to social media and express her grievances about it and allege that the woman that was married to him was responsible and was saying that some of her story of how he lost his life didn't add up. We're going to go to her Facebook page and see what she has to say. And shout out to the Night Owl who sent this in. She said, girl, you be doing them deep dives. I need you to get into it.
It is true that some of the rumors y'all hearing, Facebook Live posts, pictures, all of that. My family just got over our loved one, G-Boy, leaving here. And I do know it's 2025 ending out. So the death angel be raging. A lot of deaths come, a lot of tragedies, accidents, just people leaving for whatever reason that ain't going to make it over to the new year. But I want to say this first off. I'm on here right now. I decided to go live, even though my family is hurting. We messed all the way up with all the emotions that's going on with us. But I decided that it's only right for me to get on here because Tyrone Davis Jr. drove that nigga, stepdaddy drove. We call him T2. However, y'all know my nephew. So many people got love for my nephew. Not only is he a blogger, he's a YouTuber, he's a motivational speaker, he gonna encourage you, he a counselor, he is that dude. When I tell you he drive trucks for a living, he ain't out here doing wrong. If y'all watch his page, y'all know he take care of his kids. He's a family guy, he's a family young man, and he got street friends, and guess what? He look at everybody, guess what, at the same level, because his heart always been good. To the little people, the big people, whatever you think you is, it's been good. So the way I feel, y'all got a right to know about y'all family, because guess what? He is family to a lot of y'all out there. So for anybody in their right mind to say why is they asking what happened, they got to need to go and examine themselves, because you don't even know his accomplishment and his legacy and on who he is. He like a superstar in our eyes, and guess what? For the main reason, they need to know what happened to T2. Just like we need to know what happened with T2. If y'all been on this page, you see he celebrated because he got a loving heart. And he loved Lulu, what it do till the grounds come home and the cows come home. And one thing I can say, he enjoyed her. He had celebrated with a good heart, gifts and loving and just doing things out the ordinary, unusual things to make her happy. Now I'm going to tell y'all this. For one, he was in that cabin all week till Saturday. So this is what we got. We only can tell you what we got. Y'all need to know. Y'all need to let us know what y'all think. Okay, he was in a cabin on Saturday about 4, 5 o'clock that afternoon. The Lulu chick said that guess what? She was riding in the car with him. They got into a disagreement and he told her to let him out. Now one, don't get me wrong. I know she probably loved my nephew. I do know my nephew really loved her unconditionally. But let me tell y'all out here, whether she loved him, he loved her. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a real thin line. So for one, if he told you to let him out the car and your message was you pulled on the side of the road and let him out the car and you pulled off and left my nephew in Gainesville hospital somewhere. You and him the only ones there. No family, no people, no nothing. You left my nephew and you said you drove up to a gas station 5 minutes to wait. Maybe he needed to cool off. Maybe he needed to get time to himself to walk up. You thought he was going to walk up to that gas station where you was waiting on him at for 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, you see ambulance, you see police, you see ambulance, you see police, and you know something ain't right. So you get in your car and get back there to the scene with my nephew getting in on a stretcher, getting in the back of an ambulance. You throw him out and left him for dead. And if you didn't, that's how we feel. And if we wrong, Lord, forgive us, but reveal the truth. Not only that, your story changed, because guess what? You called the Mama Renee, and when you called the Mama Renee, you gonna tell Renee, oh, he fell at the gas station and bumped his head. How he fell at the gas station and bumped his head when you claimed to put him out of car. Okay, now the story changed again. This on Sunday morning, Renee drive up to Gainesville. The Davis family don't even know my nephew in the hospital. I gotta call it like it is. My Davis family don't even know that she got the call and call it like it is. Granted, Renee, I got love for you. You done lost 2 sons, and it's your last living son that just got his life taken. But she called you. You said you wasn't gonna call us because you wanted to get up there and see what happened once you got there. So you called my Charlotte and gave us the first story. The girlfriend told you he fell and bumped his head. That's what you said. So when Charlotte got the call, she calling us in the Davis family and say, we got to take a drive and see what went on with my nephew.
All right, so I'm going to pause her real quick. So her name is Natasha Davis and his name is Tyrone Davis. So it appears that she is the aunt on the father's side. And what she's basically saying is his mother, who would be his, on the mom's side, she found out and she wanted to go and get to the hospital before she informed them of what happened. If you guys got lost, just wanted to reiterate that.
Told you he fell and bumped his head. That's what you said. So when Charlotte got the call, she calling us in the Davis family and say, we got to take a drive and see what went on with my nephew. Guess what? I wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there. Lulu was there. And at the end of the day, nobody knows but God. And it's going to come forward. Not only that, the next story change. Again, come on, Natalie. Come join with me. Take that jacket off. Come join me. Not only that, the Davis family got there. They said he brain dead, trauma to the skull, the back of the skull, his blunt force trauma to his head. Something had to happen. It didn't happen falling out no car. It did not happen falling down no stairs. It did not happen the way they kind of make these different stories. And I ain't gonna say they is Lou. So not only that, you let him out, and at the end of the day, pulled off. You left him for dead. Why would you leave him? How did he end up at the hospital? And let me grant it, y'all. They found my nephew's body under a bridge on Archer Road, on the side of the road. They found my nephew under a bridge and said a car pulled up and he stepped out of the car and staggered and fell to the ground. How in the hell that you left my nephew and then found him under a bridge when ain't nobody under the bridge? Lord God, you guilty for that alone. It's not coincidence. Let me tell you something. If it walked like a duck, it talked like a duck, call Affleck. It's a goddamn duck. My cousin G-Boy said if a duck could pull a trunk, hook him up. Some foul play done happened to my nephew. We mourning, we grieving, we angry. He love on everybody. We love all people. You don't do people like that. And then for the ones say, what happened to him? Y'all need to know what happened to him. Some of y'all more family than his own goddamn family. We all are going through our own motion. I'm finna get out of this phone because I'm getting emotional and I'm under a roller coaster. But I want y'all to know his whole skull was fractured. Fractured to the front, fractured to the back. So if you hit him in the back of the head, whatever rumor, whatever lifetime mystery, puzzle, whether it was an accident, then you say he stumbled out the car. Then you say he jumped out of the car. You was going 25 miles. Then you say he tripped on the feet as he was getting out. Accidents happen. But quit lying, Lulu. Tell us what happened to my nephew. If y'all was arguing and it started at the cabin, like you say, and however he ended up on the bridge, we need to freaking know. We need to know what's going on. It's not right. It's not right. We got a right to be angry. My brother Tyrone Davis got a right to be pissed off and angry by his goddamn son. This is a senseless death. Yeah, God know he was going to check out. But guess what? At the end of the day, decisions are fight had to be made. He loved you, girl. And at the end of the day, if you're taking a side and you're blaming, you just as guilty as can be. You just as guilty as her. Because if you can't see it, Ray Charles can see it. If you ain't got nothing to conscience, tell the truth. What happened? God gonna reveal the truth. Them detectives gonna build the truth. My family don't even wish no hate on you for death. But I'm gonna tell you, your ass gonna pay for what happened to my nephew. And whatever the truth is, it is gonna come out. It don't make no sense. Now let's tell them what they told y'all. Woo! Woo!
Sister, you got it out. You got it out. It's different stories that have been told, man. We don't want to hear we don't want the phone call. She might talk after, but I don't want to do it. Right now the story ain't adding up, and we just want the story to add up. We need 2 + 2 to equal 4. I can't say what happened. I wasn't there. My family can't say what happened because we were not there. But what I am gonna say is he was left on the side of the road in the city that he ain't from, with no phone, no ID, no gun, no nothing. I was told that he was let out of, I was told that the car was brought to a complete stop and he was let out. Then I was told the car may have been going 25 miles an hour when he was let out. 25 miles an hour, you can't do 25 in the school zone, but you stopped and let him out at 25 miles an hour. The math ain't mathing. I just say 2 + 2 need to equal 4, whatever happened. Even if you didn't do something to him, you responsible because we left him in your hands. You was with him. He loved you with everything in him. So to leave him in a city that he ain't from, on the side of a road, for him to be found and taken to the hospital under John Doe, because you weren't there. They clocked him in the hospital under John Doe. We saw the hospital records. They say a couple on the side of the road stopped and the wife happened to be a nurse. Thank God for those people because they tried to save my cousin. They gave my cousin CPR and they tried to save my cousin, but you weren't there. At the end of the day, no matter what happened, you should have been there. Whether you did it, whether you didn't do it, whether it was an accident, whether it was on purpose, you should have been there. You should have been able to give us an accurate account of what happened, and you can't. The only people we knew in Jacksonville was you and him. And you couldn't give us in Gainesville, and you couldn't give us an account of what happened. So right now we going for what we know. You saying everybody wrong for judging, everybody wrong for feeling some type of way. If something happened to the man I love, if I don't call nobody else, if I don't get in touch with nobody else, his family gonna hear from me before anybody. The hospital called his mama. You told me that. You didn't call his mama. You didn't call his daddy. You didn't call his grandma. You didn't call his auntie. Bitch, you sat at the hospital for 24 motherfucking hours with them people not talking to you. You told me out your mouth them people wouldn't tell you nothing. So you sat there for an hour, for a day, and ain't let them people tell you nothing? And ain't called nobody who could have got the answers that were needed? You sat there for 24 hours. This happened on Saturday. On Sunday, the hospital called his mama, not you, the hospital.
I'm gonna give it back to you, and let me back it up, y'all. Even in the midst of Renee going up there, and they make it to the hospital, this on Sunday now, the accident or whatever happened on Saturday at 5 o'clock. So now Renee find out Sunday morning she go to Gainesville. Marshala got the call, tell the family, they went in 6 carloads deep to Gainesville. Even in Gainesville at the hospital, she said she had to leave to go back to the cabin to get their belongings. So she left the hospital with the mama there before Davis could get up there and went back to the cabin to apparently get their stuff. My sister called the cabin man who rented it out. And what he said was he heard about an incident that happened in the cabin. Come on out here, I'll tell you about it. I don't want to talk on the phone, and I'll talk to the police too. They went and did their own investigations at the cabin, and the man said he got a call from one of the other neighbors at the cabin because there's no video about an argument they heard and got so heated, and they said the young lady seemed to be the aggressor. They walked around to the cabin to see what was going on, and they only found by the time they got there it calmed down. They never saw Dro in sight, they never saw T2 in sight, but they saw her with that boot on her leg, because you got a broke ankle, that boot on your leg, dragging them belongings from the cabin to the car, from the cabin to the car. Nephew love you so much you don't even drive, Lulu. You don't even drive. He said, get on the back seat. I pick you up. I told you, you don't drive. You get on the back seat and lay down so your ankle that was broken can stay healed. That's how he carry you like a princess. Okay. The man told my sister she never came back to this cabin. I rented it out on Saturday. The moment they left, somebody else checked in. She never came back and got their belongings because she already had their belongings. Let me tell you, it ain't making no sense. My nephew's skull was fractured so bad. They say the trauma that hit him, that blunt force, broke his skull and caused pieces to go to the front of his temple on both sides. On both sides. Sound like a Hennessy bottle to me, or it sound like something with trauma force that can do your head like that in the back of your head. His back and his head. So let me tell you something. I don't know and I don't care who don't like my live or who got something to say about Tasha why you did that. Because I needed to do that. At the end of the day, nobody ain't in our shoes. We getting attacked back to back. Yes, it is God will. Yes, it's already written. God know how he was going to check out before he left here. But guess what? Somebody need to be held accountable for your actions. At the end.
All right, so that's what his aunt had to say. And there was a lot of discourse on social media, people making up scenarios that they thought would happen. Some people stating that, you know, maybe she went through his phone and found something out. Everybody speculating and saying all types of things. The aunt said that the blunt force trauma sounds like it could have been a Henny bottle, which that is plausible, but it's also plausible to have a force trauma on the back of your head if you fall out of a vehicle and your head hits the concrete. I want to know, and I'm interested into what the investigation from the officers is stating, because I cannot find any official reports on it. All right, so after the aunt was very upset and feeling like the story didn't add up, seeking answers and running through all of the different stories that they were told, different contradictions that they feel, and things like that, there was somebody who commented under her post. All right, and this person is just giving their theory. I guess they did their own crime scene reenactment of the situation, and this is what they posted. I'm just gonna read it because, you know, they're trying to do their own independent investigation. This person commented and said, Tasha, we did a drive acting out the way she told her story. Number one, she wouldn't have the space and strength while driving to grab the bottle, then hit him with that force. Number two, if he was struck in the car, there should be blood spatter inside that car. Number three, if he was struck inside the cabin during that argument, according to the people that said they heard them arguing, then she could have convinced him to let's ride to the ER. Number four, if not any of that, then there's a possibility that another person was involved and he was attacked while being robbed. Number five, street or business video should be obtained. They said, what is the name of that cabin place? All right, so they were trying to do their own independent investigation, and they were several people offering up opinions on how they can offer up assistance to the family so that they can navigate through this situation. People saying that, you know, it sounds like a setup. Other people feeling like they should be able to get some type of surveillance from local businesses, etc. All right, so in addition to all the stuff that's also being shared, the aunt posted this. I guess this was a traffic alert or something when this happened. It says, traffic as discussed during dispatch call emergency, the vehicle versus pedestrian near Southwest Archer Road in the area of the underpass. We have law enforcement responding with us. Caller passing by advising a male patient injured after being hit by a sedan versus a male patient on the ground, and the male patient is laying in the middle of the roadway. Caller is blocking him with his vehicle. Law enforcement is responding. So according to this post where it shows that somebody made a report, it would state that they somebody hit him with their car. So that would also be an alternative reason as to why he had the trauma to his head as well. And the comment and the caption of this receipt that was posted on social media was by the aunt, who was very furious. And she said, "Thank you for this information. Dispatch called to police. Read carefully. Hashtag Gainesville going hard. Hashtag already. Hashtag but God." And then she added Tyrone Davis into it. And somebody under the comments, they posed the question, which says, could he have gotten hit by a car after she let him out the car? Which clearly is plausible. Like, that's highly plausible. He gets out the car and he's intoxicated. He's in an underpass, which I don't know how well lit it is. If it isn't really well lit, it is possible that somebody can strike them with their vehicle and this trauma to the head can happen. All right, so let me read through this thread because I thought that it was highly plausible that he got hit by a car as well. She said, could he have gotten hit by a car after she let him out the car? A person replies and says, which means he didn't immediately get out to safety after getting out the car, which anybody would immediately get out of the road. Even if he was drunk, how can a woman that loved someone will let their man out of the car drunk without being on the side of him or calling his family, letting them know what's going on? I would have never left his side, but that's just me. Would you leave your man's side without making sure he's safe out of harm's way? And someone replied and says, you know, when folks argue, it's a pride thing. So I have seen folks jump out of the car in heated arguments and the other person ride off because they're mad and maybe circle back around, but it do happen. And he replied and says, I've seen toxic people do that, not loving responsible adults, not saying it can't happen, but it's everything that came after it that makes her look bad. All right, so we're going to move ahead. So let me speed this up. They basically started to say, like, they don't understand how he showed her so much love, basically meaning like all the love he showed her online. They're not understanding why she's not speaking up or showing empathy, to which another person replied and basically in so many words says, you don't ever know what people's real lives is behind closed doors. Like, people could show you one thing online and it'd be a totally different thing behind closed doors. All right, let's move on. So the aunt did a follow-up video to kind of clarify some of the conversations that was being had around social media and some of the stuff that she wanted to get off her chest as it regards to the woman Lou. I'm going to insert just like a couple of 1-2 clips from that. If you guys want to see the full thing, it's on her page, Natasha Davis. But here's what I felt like was the most significant out of her post.
You went on a vacation and ended up under a bridge. We know when you pulled off in that car, you pulled off with his cell phone, you pulled off with his wallet, and you pulled off with his gun. No man on planet Earth. Yeah, he had 2 phones, and you pulled off with all his stuff. But one thing I gotta say, yes, we said it started at the hotel. We know that. I can't tell y'all, MacGyver. I'm going to tell y'all like I said on my Facebook, and if you didn't see it today, I said one thing we do know. We don't know what happened, but we do know he ain't Humpty Dumpty. He ain't sat on the wall and had a great fall. Guess what? I know one thing happened, and whatever it is that happened, we praying that it come forward. I also know y'all left that cabin and y'all went and got a room because y'all checked out the cabin. Y'all got a room. Then you said that you left the room and you went to Papa John's Pizza. Guess what?
We've been there too.
The detective said you've been to Papa John's Pizza. And guess what? The Davis family did their own investigation. When they hit Gainesville, you best believe they just told Gainesville streets down for answers. I didn't tell y'all this because my live went dead the last time. It was a homeless man under a bridge. Under that same bridge, they found my nephew body at. Let me tell you, say it again, brother. The pizza on the ground flew out the box. The chicken wings has flew out the box. So he went to the hotel to check in on camera. He went to the Papa John's pizza place on camera. And guess what? Everything was working fine. Everything was working by God Almighty power. All bones, all limbs, nothing fractured in his head. He left the Papa John's people.
But when he got out that car.
When he got out that car. And guess what? Papa John's and the bridge less than 10 minutes apart. So that means, girl, that demon rose up in you as soon as that man got back in the car. You started at the cabin, and after y'all got food, you still on that. You still on that. So between Papa John's and the bridge, something had to happen. And I'm going to tell you, like the homeless man said, by the time he looked over, he barely saw a stagger, and he collapsed. So, okay, I'm going to run it back. Under that bridge, something happened. I don't know these people in Gainesville. I know a lady that said to me, and shout out to you, ma'am, you said that it's a lot of powerful people you know in Gainesville. Next thing I know, I got a dispatch call saying pedestrian versus sedan. Said a bystander, a vehicle, a passenger. No, this baby, this old. This on my page. A passenger.
Did somebody just try to shut her up from revealing the 911 dispatch from them stating that he was hit by a sedan? Let me bring it back.
Next thing I know, I got a dispatch call saying pedestrian versus sedan. Said a bystander, a vehicle, a passenger. No, this baby, this old. This on my page. A passenger saw pedestrian get hit by a vehicle. They said the caller got out because he was in the middle of the road, and caller is blocking pedestrian with their vehicle. Now, why would they be in her Infinity truck? And guess what?
She don't drive.
She don't drive. Her ankle broke.
And
guess what? Miss Lou ain't Lou. Her name Kiara. Miss Lou is a girlfriend to T2. She's not his wife. And I know it's so much mixed up communication on this situation. But it's okay. I'm going to tell you this. The investigators are doing their job heavy. It's wide open. They're going full force because this family ain't letting up. So we're going to let them do their job. We don't know what happened. We know he ain't Humpty Dumpty. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. And we're going to have patience and wait. Yes, everything is moving by God's power. And it's going to be released by in the name of Jesus. We speak that for justice. Not even with that being said. So I'm going to leave y'all there because that's what we stuck at right now while they do the investigation. Number 2, why did you transfer the money out of his bank account that he said shared with my sister the day after he was pronounced deceased at the hospital? My sister and T2 share a bank account. The account is on 0, and it shows the money was transferred to his single account by himself. You got access to his cell phone. You got access to his bank accounts. If you ain't money hungry and desperate and you got all access to everything he got, we ain't worried about no worldly possessions. We screaming justice over here. We want justice over here. It ain't about the money. He got $1 million wardrobe. He got a son. You think we give a darn about the clothes? We would rather have my nephew here. We would rather have my nephew with breath in his body. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you real quick. I said he should have dusted road in the car, fired on him, shut him out, took the domestic violence charge, and then just bonded out. But he's not that guy. He's not that guy. No, I'm letting them know he's not that guy. He's not a woman abuser. He ain't going to put his hand on a woman. But I was thinking every scenario, maybe she didn't do it. And I know one thing for sure. Not only that, let me say this. Let me say to this. She put the account to 0. But this is what I want y'all to think about. If all family mourning and all family really going through all kind of anger and emotions, and y'all can hear it in me, and it is real. By my nephew, it's a big deal. By all family members, it's a big deal.
All right, so I'm going to stop it there. Like I said, if you guys want to see the rest of her live, she started going ham, but basically that was like the most important part of the live. She started saying like how the girl ain't, you know, she can't come to the funeral. She started showing the family members and then like showing different family members saying like this ain't what you want and, you know, all kind of stuff. Then his dad talked, but his dad was kind of like talking. Well, y'all just go look at it if y'all want to see like what his daddy got to say and everything else. But I'll just say once his dad started talking, I understood why this aunt was the one that was speaking. Because at first I'm like, why is she so, like, why is she the representative? Because she started going ham. I thought like before in the previous video, the other girl kind of spoke a little bit like better and coherently and got the points out. But y'all go and check out that video over there. We're going to move ahead. Now, from my experience, I have a friend who lost her life on the freeway. She got into an accident where her car kind of veered down on the side of the road. And as she was walking up the up onto the freeway, because she had like went into this kind of like ditch thing, she was walking up and a vehicle struck her without seeing her, you know, driving kind of, you know, at a high rate of speed, etc. So it is plausible that if he was hit, then he would have sustained these same injuries that are being discussed as well. And in these situations, emotions with families are very high. To them, it's not making sense. Nothing is going to make sense other than she's the sole responsible party because she was last with him. They were out on this cabin trip. She came back and he did not. So in their eyes, everything lands on her, which in a perfect world, when you get an argument and somebody says, let me out, you stay and you wait for them and you don't let them out. But we know, or I know at least, you know, that sometimes situations can get so heated to where you say, you know what, let me out. I've told somebody before, let me up out of here now, you know, so I understand how that can be. I'm kind of intense like that. So I know, like, if I don't want to be somewhere, nobody's going to make me be there. And I'm going to get out and I'll find me a ride. I've done that literally in Vegas one time. I would with my homegirls, and she's not my friend no more, but you know, the energy was weird, the vibes was weird. I told her, hey, we weren't like on no underpass or anything like that, but I told her, girl, let me out. I'll find my way back home. And I did just that. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like, you know, stuff don't happen where you part ways with somebody that you was in the car with. I've literally done that. So, you know, unfortunately, when there's alcohol involved and somebody's inebriated, I also have a friend who literally lost her life. Now, she lost her life on a freeway, but I've covered stories in the past. I had a big story that I did years and years ago of a woman who got out the car, vehicle struck her. Like, this is something that happens where people get hit by cars, where people are not suspecting to see people walking there and they lose their life. However, none of the scenarios that I presented as far as my own life experience, my friend passing away, that doesn't excuse what the family is alleging as far as them saying that she emptied out the bank account, etc., etc. I'm just saying that, you know, I know there's going to be a whole bunch of people, I could never leave somebody, or I would never, and I don't think that I've personally left somebody, but I can just speak to me being the person to say, let me out, and I got out. And that's not saying that she's innocent. That's not saying that, you know, she wasn't involved more. That's not saying that she wasn't responsible for him, or she didn't push him out the car, or whatever the case. The investigation is still going on. That's just to say I can see how a person gets in an argument, they part ways, and a tragedy can happen under an underpass, overpass, you know, a highway, a road, all of those things. All right, so as this investigation is still ongoing, I'm uncertain as to the full details. I don't see that the girl or the wife has made any statements. Given the nature of what the aunt is saying, what she's posting that a pedestrian called into dispatch said, and all of the pieces that we have so far, what is it that you make of this situation? I'll keep you guys updated if there is any major updates, but you guys let me know what you think down below. I'm still not understanding what happened to that YouTube account because, again, I had seen comments saying that they saw the YouTube account and they followed along with this camping trip. So that account disappearing, the family saying that she transferred money, you know, I don't know. I want to hear more from the police and what actually happened. And the police will hopefully get down to the bottom of it. Right now, it doesn't appear that the wife is charged. And in these cases, a lot of times, if they don't have definitive proof that she was the cause, being that there's a conflicting statement of a pedestrian, then they're going to need to do an autopsy. They're going to have to figure out what's the cause. And it's just so many different variables. You guys let me know what y'all think down below. I'll talk to you guys on the next video.
And when it comes to you protecting your peace, by all means protect that. I don't give a fuck if it's from your family. I don't care if it's from your kids. I don't care if it's from your spouse. Protect your peace, man. Cause at the end of the day, motherfuckers will take it from you, and it'll cost you a whole lifetime trying to get it back. Don't let nobody take that away from you, man. Straight up.